Hey, Fruit and Seed family, it's me, Lacey, again. I usually never ever do a smack dab in the middle of the day live, every now and then, but not too often. Listen, I had this brilliant thought that really, just a matter of a few minutes, have really changed and shifted something in me. Miss Betty, how are you? Miss Sherry, I know you're on your lunch break. I just had to come on and share this with you guys because it's really just helped me a lot. And I know it was a God thought, and I wanted to pass it on to you. So I came to get my husband a salad, and he's been on the salad kick. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? Both my sweethearts on here. So anyway, and we go, and I usually go to Wendy's. He's on this Wendy's salad kick. So anyway, and Wendy's have the absolute best chocolate chip cookies. It's like they came right down from glory. They came from Heaven's Bakery. And I've been having some issues lately, but Daddy delivered me, right? I mean, just a few days, right? So anyway, I'm driving to Wendy's, and I'm like, okay, I know these cookies are here, and I always say tell the truth and then tell yourself the truth again. So I'm driving, and I'm like, okay, you have the opportunity, you can grab you a couple of cookies. Then I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm going to tell the truth. So my flesh want these cookies, but I know the sugar will hit my system like crack cocaine. I mean, I'd be fainting out on the side of the road looking for some chocolate chips. It's just ridiculous, but it's just the truth, right? So I'm driving, and I'm in the Wendy's drive-through, and I'm thinking, you know what, Lord, my flesh wants these cookies, but my heart don't want them, because I don't want the same information that I got when I got on the scale just the other day. Can you say just the other day? Just the other day, my scale was like laughing and like, girl, look, what you think gonna happen when you get on this mug? But anyway, I'm like, I don't want to see that information again. And so I'm thinking, and I'm talking to the Lord. So that is the most wonderful thing to do. Open up this conversation with the Lord and talk to him and tell him what's really going on. Okay, Lord, I really want this, but I know it's not for my good. It's not 29:11 living, right? It's not Jeremiah 29:11 living. Like I said, if you want that 29:11 life, you're going to have to cooperate with his plan for it in every area, right? So anyway, I got this God thought, and I know it was the Lord. Miss Stacy, how you doing, boo? I know it was the Lord. I heard the Lord say, I just sensed it all up in my Noah, all up here. What if, Lacey, what if this is the last temptation? And if you overcome this thing, you will be totally free from this issue. I thought, well, what? Wait. He said, what if it is? What if this is the only barrier that's left? What if you overcoming this single temptation is so important that you will overcome and be over in the overcomer's lane, and you won't have to deal with this thing anymore? I'm sorry, Miss Stacy, you sitting in the ER with your husband, so God, is it for him? Because I can lift up a prayer for him right now for the situation that's going on with Miss Stacy Lopez and her husband in the ER. I just bind a spirit of infirmity, and we lose peace, we lose power, love, and a sound mind. We lose healing into his body in Jesus' name. Thank you for coming on while you're there. Hope you receive that prayer in Jesus' name. And I'm thinking, what if this is it? What if the only thing that is hindering you is one thing? Sometimes we get it in our mind that we got this whole list of things. Most of the time, the way we think is not how God thinks, because his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And a lot of the times, the thing that he's concerned about, he's not really concerned about. It's we're the one that's concerned about him. Now, of course, he cares about what we care about, but what if it's not a whole list? Maybe it's just one thing. And then I got so encouraged and so fired up, I was able diverticulitis. Okay, we're going to be praying for him that he is healed. Please do. Healed, delivered, and set free from diverticulitis in Jesus' name. Thank you, Miss Stacy, for letting us know what's going on with him. And we will continue to pray. But what if your thing is only one thing? Maybe it ain't a whole list. Maybe it's one. So think about it. Go through your whole day thinking about it. Maybe this is the one thing. And so I'm in the store. I had to stop and get him some salad dressing in the store. And there again, walking around and thinking, maybe it's that. Maybe it's that thing over there. Maybe it's that thing over. Maybe these little things that the enemy shoots through our minds and that our flesh is so engaged in is only the one thing. And God says, okay, you overcome this one thing. That one thing will unravel the whole spool of thread, if you will, and you can be free for real. And I thought it was important enough to stop and share it with you, because maybe that will help you. Let my friend Miss Sherry, I know your business, I'm going to tell her. What if you munching on peanuts and almonds right there at your desk is your one thing? You might not be munching on them right now, boo, but maybe you were. But what if that's the one thing that God is saying, you overcome this one thing, this one time. And bam, it'll open up the door to complete freedom in your life. So I just had to stop by really quick and share that. It's really done something really new in my mind just in a matter of a few minutes. And now I'm thinking differently. And I'm thinking just how critical it is to pay attention to the one thing. The one thing that we think we can neglect and that we can look over and that we can start again tomorrow and that we can just wait until the next season to do is actually the one thing he's saying that I need you to give up right now, because this is the one thing that's holding you up. Thank you, Miss Betty. So I understand that clearly. This one thing releases freedom. One thing, one door, one lock, right? One key. And he's saying the key to your freedom can be one thing. What if that's it? What's your one thing? This is it. It's different for everybody. Maybe it's one conversation that could open up the door to freedom, right? Maybe it's one act of obedience. We're thinking about mountains of stuff. He's talking about one thing. David said, oh my goodness, Psalm 27, one thing have I desired of the Lord, and this will I do. That's why he was a man after God's own heart, because he was after one thing. One thing have I desired of the Lord. And this one thing will I do, that I could dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life and to behold its beauty. That was the one thing he wanted to do. And that caused him to be a man after God's heart. And we can look at all of the wonderful things, all the incredible things, and all the sinful things, that David did. But God was after the one thing. What's your one thing? It's different for everybody, right? It's different for everybody. Yes, that was my thought and word last year. One thing. Thank you, Miss Alicia. I'm glad this is helping you. I'm glad it's coming at a pivotal moment, at a Kairos moment time. And God is saying there's only one thing that's stopping you from total freedom and total deliverance. That caused me to take a deep breath. I didn't come on here to stay on it really long, but I was so excited and so stirred up and was so praying that this would revolutionize your life like it has mine. And he's like, you think it's a whole bunch of things. He's like, nope, there's only one key that you need to unlock your door to freedom. And the thing of it is, we know what it is. He will not have us be ignorant. We know what the one thing is. It's the one act of obedience. It's the one thing I talked about obedience this morning. Obeying God. So, anyway, I think I'm done. But I just had to stop and share this, because I think it'll help you. I think it'll revolutionize your life like it just did mine. So I'm going to purposefully, I'm going to do this on purpose, to think about it the rest of this day and build that in my heart, in my system, to not take things for granted, okay? We think we can be like Samson. We can get up and shake it off. Shake ourselves out of Delilah's lap. That's not how it works. Because the moment of grace can close on us. And then when it closes, it could take another 10 years to come around. And we don't want to miss these beautiful one thing opportunities, okay? Anyway, I'm going to just let that sit right there, that you meditate on it, share this. I'm going to, on purpose, tag some people in it, because I want you to hear and understand, just like what he just said to me, this one temptation you overcome, it's going to be the thing to revolutionize your life. So I took a deep breath. I ordered my salad, and that was it. And I feel empowered too. And he wants us to feel empowered and overcomers. And we overcome by obeying him. Oh my goodness. We overcome by the blood of the Lamb, and the word of our testimony was, the testimony is that we obey God. My phone fell. That was the devil. He was mad. But you know what? I'm glad you guys stuck on here with me. I'm getting ready to get off of here. You guys be encouraged. And think about it. What's your one thing that's stopping? Who laughing at me? Who laughing? What's your one thing that's blocking the door? And God is saying, all you got to do is overcome that one thing. And you're going to have to deal with that. Listen! Oh my goodness. See, I'm trying to leave and y'all stir me up. David only had to fight the giant once. There was only one Goliath, baby. He took that joker out. That was it. Oh, you laughing at me, Betty? All right. Yeah, I see how you are. There was only one giant. His name was Goliath. He had some brothers and some cousins them, but David never had to fight it again. He never had to fight that battle again. And so it was the one Goliath, the one giant he took out that revolutionized this life. Okay. Thank you, Miss Stacy. You God sent too. You're an answer. All right, I don't want to get stirred up and get all wound up and back into another whole chat. I wanted to encourage you guys. Share this. I love you guys. What's your one thing? I got some fruit from that. And I just gave some to you as seed. Do with it what you want to, boo. But it could just be one thing. Not a whole list. Just one. We just looking at it. God, I need to do this and this and this and this. And he's like, why you tripping? There's only one thing that will unravel the whole thing. One key to freedom. One phone call you need to answer. One word of obedience, and it will revolutionize everything about your life. One step of obedience away from total freedom. And I feel pretty good. And free too. All right. In Jesus' name. I'll talk to you guys later.